Dear friends, welcome to Know Thyself YouTube Channel. Good morning. Hope you're all staying safe and keeping well. I sincerely thank all of you who have subscribed to this channel and follow the channel. If you find the contents of the videos uploaded in this channel useful, please subscribe to this channel and click the notification or the bell icon so that you can be notified when a video is uploaded. Kindly share the videos with others or on the internet. In the last 6 episodes of Know Your Personality segment, we elaborated on the avoidance and compulsion of Enneagram Type 4, their consequences on Type 4 Enneagramic-Self and its relationship with others, Type 4 personality of Enneagramic-Jesus, and how he coped with Type 4 avoidance and compulsion in his life. How a Type 4 person can model his life on Type 4 Enneagramic-Jesus and live a compulsion-free and avoidance-free life. In this episode, we begin considering the spiritual journey of Enneagram Type 5, Observer Investigator, by analyzing how Type 5 avoidance and compulsion impact your Type 5 Enneagramic self. Firstly, as a Type 5 person, you belong to the head triad. As a thinking type, your preoccupation with growing your store of knowledge makes you avoid emptiness. Your avoidance of emptiness stems from your compulsion to know more than you ever say to others, because you believe that sharing everything would leave you with nothing. Your compulsion to know more and your avoidance of emptiness developed unconsciously from your childhood because of your deep-rooted fears of being useless, being inadequate, and being incompetent. Since you believe that for being useful, adequate, and competent, your store of knowledge needs to be full, you compulsively seek after knowledge and avoid emptying everything you have by sharing it with others. You desire to fill your store of knowledge wholly through your own efforts. To achieve this goal, you prefer the safety of solitude and serene environment. Hence, you do not want to get caught up with anything or any activity that would distract you from achieving your goal of acquiring greater knowledge. For this reason, you would keep yourself away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life that is often chaotic and sidetracking. You would dodge undue socializing and evade too many social interactions, as they can distract you from focusing on your inner thought world. Similarly, you would sidestep the inner and emotional dimension of your life, for getting unduly involved in the emotional quagmire can destroy the tranquility and peace you desire in order to be focused on the realm of knowledge. Thus, your compulsion of knowing more and your avoidance of emptiness would not let you consider getting caught up in the emotional quagmire, everyday situations, and socializing as not worth the trouble and boring, as they do not help you to learn something new. Secondly, as a Type 5 person and belonging to the head triad, your compulsion of knowing more and your avoidance of emptiness make you believe that you can only have a sense of security through thinking and logic, and focus more on the realm of thought rather than the realm of action. Hence, you withdraw yourself from others and the outside world physically and mentally in order to think and reconstruct reality in some sort of pattern of meaning, so that you can have greater knowledge and fill your emptiness. As a result, you are more an observer in life rather than a participant. Even when you move out of your aloofness, you seem to stand at the periphery of events as an investigator rather than becoming actively and deeply involved in what is happening. You take pains to know what is going on without actually being in it. Hence, you may feel uncomfortable taking any action in the real world until you have retreated into your mind to dissect the given situation to understand it thoroughly. When you do not achieve the level of understanding you desire, you may retreat further into your own mind, rely too much on your thinking, reject outside support, and may not interact with others about the issue of your concern. Thus, your compulsion of knowing more, the avoidance of emptiness, and the consequent desire to fill your emptiness with knowledge can make you take the above described approach in coping with every issue you are confronted with. This in turn can lead to a pathological condition in which you will continue to isolate yourself from others and get caught up in your own private and inner thought world. Thirdly, as a type 5 person, your compulsion of knowing more and your avoidance of emptiness makes you a person who is more private, reserved, and who prefers silence to talking. As a keen observer and objective investigator of reality, you take in everything and store it inside yourself. You want to know all aspects of a subject or a situation before you feel ready to say anything about it. You need a great deal of time for study and reflection and arrive at a correct judgment about what you observe and investigate. You can arrive at the goal of correct judgment only when you research all alone. Hence, you treasure the time you have and do not want it to be wasted by intrusions of others. This makes you guarded about your privacy and your private space. At the privacy of your thought world, you come to know all about what you observe and investigate. Despite your comprehensive knowledge about reality, you prefer silence to talking and say only a few things, a little part of what you know. For instance, when you are at a meeting, you remain silent until the very end and sum up everything that was said in a brilliant resume, which includes an outline with all the points, and you take pains to explain each point with clarity. Some people would find your expose of the given question too deep for them to understand and show signs of boredom towards your presentation. The disinterest displayed by others to what you said makes you conclude that others are too shallow to understand and be interested in what you have to say. This in turn makes you lapse back into silence and not to talk anymore on the issue. Thus, both your desire to know the truth of reality and the failure of others to understand the deep ideas you communicate makes you a private and reserved person who prefers silence to talking. Fourthly, as a type 5 person, your compulsion to know more and your avoidance of emptiness make you to be stingy and parsimonious with your time and with what you have learned through your study and reflection. It does not occur to you that what is received as knowledge is to be shared with others. For you, knowledge is a treasure in itself, and its value consists in filling your emptiness, irrespective of whether or not it is communicated to others. You build up your own resource of knowledge as something to be kept within yourself. Similarly, you think that you do not have complete knowledge about anything. When your admirers tell you that you must know much about something, as you do a great deal of study on the subject, you would probably tell them that you haven't had the time to learn all about the subject. This is not false humility, but it is the way you perceive the situation. For you, there is never enough time to know anything completely. Besides, you believe that reality is to be studied objectively and rationally rather than subjectively and emotionally. For subjective and emotional analysis of any given situation can prevent us from getting to the objective truth about that situation. In this manner, your type 5 compulsion to know more and your avoidance of emptiness can affect your Enneagramic self in ever so many ways. In the next episode, we will elaborate on how Enneagram Type 5 compulsion and avoidance affect your relationship with others as a Type 5 person. Thank you for watching this video. Stay blessed until we see you again with another video.